we got a new update coming in. I'm going to try to refrain from using my fake voice today and try to focus on using my real one for this video. And then y'all can drop inside the comments whether you prefer this voice or the loud and goofy one that I typically use. So new update details are as follows. We got a new player coming in by the name of Malik. I actually have a best friend by the name of Malik, and it's literally spelled this exact same way. So probably gonna tell him about this and see if he downloads the game finally, because I've been trying to convince him to do so. So new skills, defensive shadowing and blocking. That sounds very scary. Sounds like he's going to be able to lock people down quite easily as a center, and the fact that he also has access to a flying block, very scary business, man. We've been complaining about the fact that centers and power forwards typically have insane block heights. Well, at least the ones that we've been seeing recently anyway. So next new skill is enhanced box out. So I knew that this was going to be added eventually, but I wasn't completely sure at what point in time they were going to do something like this, and it looks like we finally got it. And isn't there an affix that also affects box out and increases your box out range or something like that? I'm not completely sure. I don't play center, so I don't have access to their affixes. So Lily, she's getting a level 4 drift 3. Robbie is getting a level 4 block catch. I feel like Robbie shouldn't have gotten a level 4 before other weaker characters. He's already seen being used quite frequently, so he doesn't need this type of buff before other characters do. But whatever they decide to do, that's up to them. So next up is new skins and outfits. We don't discuss those things anymore because they don't affect actual gameplay outside of the few stat points that they give you towards your stats. So moving on to the highlight of every single update, we're going to be looking at the balance changes. So number 1, reduce success rate of Yasmin full power sprint and hop step jumper interference resistance. So she's getting a nerf to the extra accuracy from her full power sprint passive, and she's also getting a nerf to the resistance from that passive as well. So hopefully we won't be seeing minor disturb 3s from someone like Yasmin, because even when I'm jumping up and my hand is right there in her face, she's still getting those minor disturb 3s, and it's absolute insanity, man. So number 2, increase the base hit rate of small forward skill double pump. So double pump is getting a accuracy increase, but I'm not sure if this is going to count for characters who aren't small forwards. But now that I think about it, now that Friedman no longer has double pump, I think small forwards are the only people in the game with access to double pump. Katyusha has a multiple pump, which is different, so her skill will not be affected by this change. So number 3, improve base interference resistance of Boa and small forward skill fadeaway mid shot. So fadeaway mid is getting even more resistance. I believe it was getting 7. So yeah, it was getting 7% resistance at first, and now it's getting even more. So those fadeaways after pump fakes to get even more resistance to make sure you can sink those contested mid shots. Gonna be seeing that a lot more than you did right now. So number 4, adjust the operation method of Howie and Big Mike's skill Thunder Dunk. So you're probably wondering why they're saying Big Mike. That's because Big Mike is getting reworked. They're going to remove the hook shot for Thunder Dunk, and we're going to talk about that when we reach that point. So number 5, sequential triggering change to auxiliary button use. Effective range adjusted to 2 meters under the basket, and it is ineffective outside of that range. So you can only do a Thunder Dunk if it's a close dunk. That has not changed, but you don't have to wait until your Thunder Dunk is ready to do a Thunder Dunk anymore, because it will be switched to an aux ability, and that will definitely come in handy, because now you don't have to worry about having that low power dunk before you get to your high power dunk. You don't have to worry about no one being on the inside to get your setup ready for your Thunder Dunk. You can just use it at will now, which is definitely going to come in handy, man. And I just feel like if they're going to do this for that ability, can we please get an aux quick shot for May, Hoy, and Havoc G? Please, Raccoon Digi, I am begging you, man. So number 5, enhance the skill effect of Howie and Big Mike's skill Thunder Dunk. Improve confrontation and base hit rate. So you're going to get even more power from your Thunder Dunks now, and you're also going to get even more accuracy from your Thunder Dunks as well. So I was practicing maybe 2 or 3 months ago with Howie inside the training area, and I came to the realization that your Thunder Dunks after pump fakes, they don't pop out as often as regular dunks after pump fakes. So if you want to do a pump fake and then go into a Thunder Dunk, pretty good option because of all the extra accuracy. So number 6, increase the base hit rate of Ben and Havoc G skill Gliding Dunk. So Gliding Dunk gets a buff to hit rate. I'm not sure how much of a difference this will make, because you're still going to have to put on a bunch of dunk to be consistent inside that area anyway. So number 7, increase the speed of Ben's regular layup. So Ben's regular layup is going to get an increase in speed. You're going to be able to finish those a whole lot faster. I'm not sure if this actually makes a difference, considering his entire kit revolves around dunks and his close shot stat is quite literally garbage. So number 8, skill adjustment for Big Mike. Hook shot has been removed for Thunder Dunk, And number 9, skill adjustment for Maggie drift 3-point has been changed to pull up fadeaway. So now the only starting character that hasn't gotten a rework is Havoc G. He really doesn't need one if you really think about it, because his kit is already solid. His kit has always been solid. He's never really needed anything changed about his kit. He just needs better stats. He just needs like a better hit rate, more resistance, more mid-range shot accuracy, like an enhanced mid shot or something like that. But he needs something other than just these abilities, because his only problem is his lack of consistency. So let's go ahead and talk about how we feel this change to Big Mike will affect Big Mike. So not having hook shot anymore, that changes him into a dunking based character instead of a layup based character. So the Thunder Dunk for Big Mike, not sure how big of a difference this will make for someone like Big Mike. He does have a better power stat than Howie, so he will be more consistent on breaking through with those Thunder Dunks. But Daisuke's explosive block will still be an effective counter to this, and extremely high power stats will also still be an effective counter to this. So moving on to the bug fixes, they fixed the issue where Lone Wolf could be triggered even when you're being interfered. So if you didn't know, Lone Wolf was not supposed to activate while you're contested, and I'm really sorry if y'all hear those raindrops. Completely out of my control, man, but I wanted to record this video. So Lone Wolf will now only trigger when you're wide open. That's the way it was always supposed to be, but they're just now fixing it. I've been saying this for the longest. I've been telling people this isn't supposed to activate while you're contested, and now they're starting to fix it. So those broken Fire King builds that utilize Lone Wolf to make contested threes, guess what? You no longer have access to that 8% extra accuracy while you're contested. So you're gonna either have to find a replacement for that, or just accept the fact that you will only get that boost while you're wide open now. So yeah, man, pretty interesting update, new character. Sounds like it's going to be another one of those broken defensive characters that you can't literally do anything against. I mean, he has a flying block, he has enhanced box out, so it's going to be difficult to get the rebound over him. And shadowing and blocking sounds very intimidating, because it sounds like he's going to be tracking all of your shots or all of your dunks. Overall, just sounds like a really scary ability. And the changes to Maggie and Big Mike, I'm pretty sure that will make a difference, but I'm not sure how big of a difference this will make for Big Mike. Maggie having access to a turnaround dribble as well as pull up fadeaway, it sounds like that's going to be something that's interesting to witness. I don't use Maggie, so I'm not going to say interesting to use, but it will certainly be something that is interesting to witness. You cannot play off of a Maggie anymore. So all right, man, we're gonna wrap this video up. Y'all want to see more of this, go ahead and drop a like, sub to the channel, and I'll catch y'all on the next one, man.